Welcome to your first cinemagraph with Adobe Express. Here we go. So I got the champagne glass with a still image with a center cutout and a video behind it with a seamless transition using a cross dissolve transition. So let's do it in Adobe Express. You can check it out. It's 4 seconds if I hit play. You can see it there, and on the top layer I got the image with a transparent center. If I drop the bottom layer down to 0 opacity, it's just an image with a transparent center, and the video layer down below. And then if I hit edit timeline, you can see there's a transition in the middle of dissolve. All right, so let's do it. I've done this before with a Adobe stock clip that works a little better. It's just brighter. I think the light, either it's spot lit or backlit, must have just some kind of light on it. And so you could try it with this one, close up of the bartender pouring champagne. You can Google it and find it. Or Adobe Express has you just need a still camera is the key. There's a little bit of like motion, like the light changes, maybe because I don't know if somehow. Anywho, so all right, so let's get a new Adobe Express document in inverse HD, 19 by 16, 1080 by 1920, and rename it Champagne Cinemagraph Demo. I spelled it wrong. 2025. And search for our champagne pour video. I've done this with waterfalls or rivers. Waterfalls are kind of cool. Let's see here, but let's go to media, videos, and champagne pour. And I had to, some are in slow motion. Okay, so let's use this 43-second one towards the bottom. It's a little, there's some movement in it, but we're only going to use a few seconds of it. So looks like we click on it to import it. And then you need to scrub to kind of the portion of the video you want to use. And so I think it looks good when the champagne pour is like right about there. So 7 seconds for me works good. And once you get a kind of a location you like, you can get a still image, a freeze frame, by downloading a PNG to your desktop and then re-importing it and putting it on top. Okay, you could double check to make sure they're aligned by marquee dragging around both and checking your align panel and hitting top center to align them. So I have them the wrong stacking order, so I want to put the still image. Oops, maybe they were in the correct stacking order. It's hard to tell. So yeah, so make sure you got them correct. And the video is on bottom, and I'm going to opacity 0 my video and change the background to none checkerboard. And that way when I go to use the erase, I want to call it tool, but when I erase I can try to use quick select and see how it does. So let's see. So right, so it did too much, so I got to go over to restore and check out my marching ants and then kind of work my way back. So looking pretty good there for now. Want to get the bottom looking good there. And then you want that foam to be on top. So I'm going to switch from quick select to erase. I'm going to switch from the brush quick select to circle brush. And then I'm going to try, it's kind of hard on my screen. It's probably even tougher on your screen. But if I zoom way in and I kind of look, okay, the foam's like right about there, about there. You can kind of make some dots and then just connect the dots. So let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna try to, I'm on the circle brush. Yeah, I'm doing good. It helps if you have a tablet and a stylus. I used to have the Wacom tablet, but no more. All right, so looks pretty smooth. You don't want any like obvious circles. So if you had something that looked like a obvious circle, that's no good. All right, hit done and zoom back out. I think 25% or so is good. And now we edit the timeline, so I can turn my my opacity back to 100. Let's see. So I'm gonna go to edit timeline. It's 43 seconds, which we don't need. So you don't want it to be below. So you want to start around 7 seconds and go from 7 seconds to like, I don't know, you want some consistent bubbles. We could try doing a little bit different. So it looks like it kind of mellows out a little here, like from, I don't know, 11 seconds to, I don't know, somewhere around 11 seconds. So if I move my playhead to 11.5, and then I do split, and then move my playhead a little more to like, I don't know, 14, and do split again. Then I can delete everything else, the beginning and the end. And now all I got is this 2.8 seconds, and I can put my playhead in the middle one more time. Split it, flip it, move the back footage to the front, swap their order. And then in the plus button, add transition, do a cross dissolve of like short 0.28 seconds. And then see how we did. So hit play. No, I don't like it's a little too abrupt with Command Z. A little too abrupt with the bubbles. So maybe what I did is I don't know, we can try a little more. You can play with it. That was good, yeah. Okay, so the key is that, usually the very last frame to the first frame, there's a glitch. So you put the last to first frame next to each other and add a transition to smooth it out. And this is your purest cinemagraph, right? It's based on video, 100%. At least I call it a purist cinemagraph. There's no photoshopping, I didn't bring in any extra objects or any design assets or mock-ups or things like that. So I think this would look really cool on a background for a template, right? You could add some text in white and your marketing message on top or on bottom. And when people are scrolling, they'll stop and look at it. So hit download, MP4, 1080p. Okay, Champagne Cinemagraph. I spelled it right, but Adobe didn't like the word cinemagraph. And then go to the Adobe homepage and quick action, convert to GIF, bring it in. I'll stick with medium quality GIF unless it's going to be on a flat screen. And test it out on a tab in your browser. Yeah, that got my attention. All right. We'll do another one with a Photoshop mockup. And then another one with some light effects. Another one with a Lumimat and transition effect. All right.